Hello there, got Gus. We're working on some place work outside. We think we have mentioned before that place is portable. So for obvious reasons, we like place indoors because it helps dogs stay calm. But it can be very useful outside if you have a busybody, a dog that never stops moving, is always trying to get you to interact with them like he's doing right now. So I'm just keeping it real low key. I'm sitting down and encouraging him to remain on the mat. As you will see, Mr. AJ is over here also practicing some leash training with Taylor. We do have him fitted on a harness, a 3-in-1. Please contact us about getting him a new harness because we think that that will help your walks tremendously. I know that walks are really difficult with him right now, so we're trying to get him a good foundation here in the back where it's not as distracting. But his brother is also, good boy, is also a distraction. So also teaching AJ that he does not have to interact with Gus, nor does Gus have to interact with AJ. They can be working on two separate things and not always be in each other's Kool-Aid, so to speak. So again, if you can see just a little bit, Taylor is working with Mr. AJ here.
Yes.
And Gus is getting encouraged every time that he lays down on this towel if he goes to his place. Now this isn't quite it. He's a little bit off of the towel, and I am looking to be more specific with Gus. He's a very clever boy. I want to be very clear that that's not quite it. So I'm just going to tell him he's free. That's not it. He's not going to get rewarded for it. And although this is a nice down, I don't necessarily trust that he won't get up, if that makes sense. And as you can see here, Taylor is rewarding heavy engagement from AJ. So he is getting a lot of rewards for offering eye contact, remaining near her side, and most importantly, not pulling at the end of the leash. Not jumping. You know, it's a lot of just working with him all around, making sure that he remains calm and he understands what he's supposed to do on a leash, which we know he doesn't necessarily know. Gus, leave it. Gus, can you go to your place? Gus, you go to your place? I'm gonna point, help him out. Waiting for him to, and I want a nice hip roll, yes. Being very clear about the hip roll. Like just now, he just popped out of it. I don't want to encourage him popping out of it. We do want to encourage calmness. So if he's like really easily popping out of it, that's probably not quite it. Yes. Mr. AJ is about to go get some water. Yes, and so Gus is holding this a little bit longer. I am actually going to discontinue using the clicker for the remainder of the session. I noticed that he gets really excited when he hears the click. He tends to release himself. So I'm just going to say yes instead of the click. And this happens for some dogs. Some dogs they get so excited when they hear it. They're like, yes, I did it. And we're like, okay, we'll just dial it back. Anytime that a particular tool or method that you're using, you're not quite getting the desired result, you want to edit that. You want to fix it so that you are getting the desired result. So yes, a clicker is useful, but it's not so useful if he's hopping out of it, out of a behavior like place where he's supposed to be stationary, which like right now, yes, good job. And again, he's very like on the edge of this towel. I'm willing to accept this because he is actually not getting up right now. The majority of his body is actually on the towel. However, when you are practicing this, if you're noticing, okay. Thank you, good boy. If you're noticing that he continues to pop out of it or if he's trying to just stay off of it altogether, don't give him a reward. You only reward him for what you like. And, you know, the more that you reward what you like, the more that you actually get it. Yes. Doing great. Let me see if I can add a little bit of distance to this place. So I'm going to go ahead and stand up. I'm going to see if he'll just remain there. He does have a tendency to follow. He's a bit of a Velcro dog. That's okay. Yes, thank you. And just to be clear, this is not stay. I did not ask him to stay. I don't want him to feel like he has to freeze in place. But this is a really good way. Like, let's say you guys are hanging out and you had to just pick something up. Or you just, maybe you have guests coming over and you want them to mingle, but not mingle in the sense that they're all over people. Place is what you are looking for. showing them that they can hang out on a spot without having to be so invested in your guests or what you're doing. And also notice that I am just plopping these treats on the place itself. I want the treats or the rewards to seem like they are actually coming from the place itself, not necessarily me. Waiting for him to do the right thing. Right now he's sitting up, looking for a hip roll. That's not quite what I like, that position he can spring out of. So I'm gonna wait for him to get a little bit more relaxed in that. I'm gonna let him figure this out. I'm not gonna tell him that that's wrong. Just gonna ask it or just wait for him to do the right thing. Yes, a little bit more relaxed. All right, and that's the update with Mr. Gus. Now flipping on over, seeing what Mr. AJ is doing over here. Let's see if I can get this to move. Gus, leave it. Ready, place. AJ is handling this very well. We will say that him coming out of the crate is still a lot. Bringing him down from that energy. We left a few notes. Just get back to us about some of the things, because we do think getting him to a calmer state of mind with some medication will definitely help cement all of this training. And of course, having a harness that actually fits him and that does what you need it to do, which helps alleviate some of that stress off of you. Such as this harness right here, which is the Pet Safe 3-in-1. Also notice Taylor's not really saying a whole lot. We are just looking for a lot of really good offered behavior. Like right now, he just kind of placed himself on that mat. Just trying to see what he's willing to do. Which is the right thing. Gus, can you leave it? Gus, Gus. Gus, Gus. Here we go. Can Gus, Gus sit? Okay.
I like the whole thing was a warm-up for him. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, this is how you do it. Yes.
Good. All right, and as you can see, the boys are doing amazing. We're going to go ahead and call it for this VPR. Let us know if you have any questions, but they are doing great, and we'll see you later.